The xenobiology field expedition to Ravenos Prime should have been routine. Professor Veltak had given the same speech to 43 previous groups without incident. "These are Ravenos stalker cubs," he announced, gesturing to the enclosed observation area where 6 purple-scaled creatures played. Even at 12 weeks old, they possess neurotoxic fangs, pack hunting instincts, and bite force of 800 psi. Do not, under any circumstances, attempt physical contact. The mixed species student group stepped back respectfully. The Altarian students activated bio-shields. The Mithrosians took detailed notes from maximum distance. The 3 human exchange students stepped forward. "Question," said Thomas Mitchell, raising his hand. "How hard do they bite compared to Earth puppies?" Veltakis intenat tvitchit. "Earth puppies? Your juvenile canines average 150 psi. These cubs are 5 times stronger with paralytic venom." "So like a medium spicy puppy?" asked Isabella Romano, peering closer. "Spicy?" Veltak sputtered. "These are not food items." No, the third human, Jakub Novak, explained. "It's what we call animals that bite. Spicy puppies. Like how we call venomous snakes danger noodles." The professor's chromatic skin shifted through confused patterns. "You have classifications based on food temperature?" "Look at them playing," Isabella cooed, ignoring the question. "They're doing the butt wiggle thing before pouncing, just like golden retriever puppies." Indeed, one cub was stalking its sibling, hindquarters raised and wiggling before launching itself in attack. The play fight that ensued would have terrified most species, claws, fangs, and tails whipping with lethal potential. "Ah," all 3 humans said simultaneously. "Those tails are weaponized," Veltak warned. "The barbed tips inject hemorrhagic toxins." "So they're puppies with built-in defense systems," Thomas nodded appreciatively. "Efficient." A cub noticed the observers and approached the barrier, its 6 eyes focusing on the humans with predatory intensity. It opened its mouth, displaying 3 rows of teeth, and released an ultrasonic hunting cry that made several students flee. Isabella pressed her face against the barrier. "Who's a scary baby?" "You are." "Yes, you are." The cub tilted its head, confused by the complete absence of fear. It pawed at the barrier where Isabella's hand rested. "Professor," Jakub asked seriously, "what's their adoption status?" "Adoption." Veltak's voice hit frequencies only certain species could hear. "These aren't pets. They're apex predators." "So were wolves," Thomas shrugged. "Now we have pugs." Evolution is weird like that. The mortality rate for handling adult stalkers is 97%. "What about cubs?" Isabella asked, now making faces at 2 cubs who seemed fascinated by her expressions. "No one's been foolish enough to try." "Sounds like an opportunity for groundbreaking research," Jakub suggested. "Behavioral studies on human-predator bonding." The Mithrosian student ambassador interjected. "Humans, these creatures literally eat their weak siblings. It's called competitive cannibalism." "Yeah, hamsters do that too," Thomas replied. "Still kept them as pets. Had one named Mr. Whiskers. He was a jerk but cute." By now, all 6 cubs had gathered at the barrier, mesmerized by the humans who showed zero fear response. One was attempting to mimic Isabella's hand movements. Another was purring, a sound that usually preceded a killing strike, but seemed oddly. "Content? They're learning behavior from you," Veltak observed with horror. "They think you're teaching them hunting techniques. Or we're teaching them play," Isabella suggested. "Look, that one's tomato," Thomas said. "Professor, hypothetically, if someone wanted to participate in a long-term bonding study with these cubs, the ethics board would never." "We already submitted the proposal," Jakub interrupted, pulling out a datapad. "Cited 15 Earth examples of successful predator domestication. The board approved it this morning." Veltak's skin went pale. "You planned this." "We saw predator cubs on the syllabus and got excited," Isabella admitted. "Earth doesn't have many surprises left. But these guys, they're like puppies, crocodiles, and porcupines had a baby. They're perfect." One cub yawned, and Thomas immediately yawned back. The cub looked startled, then yawned again. Within seconds, all 6 cubs and 3 humans were caught in a cross-species yawn loop. See? Thomas grinned. Universal behaviors. They're just toothy puppies with attitude. Veltak watched his worst nightmare unfold. Humans bonding with the unbondable. Next week, Isabella announced cheerfully, "We start socialization training." Who's a good little apex predator? They all are. The cubs pressed against the barrier, drawn to the insane humans who saw them not as threats, but as projects. Spicy puppies indeed.